Hi guys, AJ here, and today we are talking about some exciting news. The Apple event, September 2023, is happening tomorrow. What are they going to bring to the table? We don't know. Major rumour is that the Apple Watch Ultra 2 is going to be coming out, maybe in midnight black, which would be amazing, because hopefully I'll be looking at getting that. Obviously the family, the 15 family will be here. And also something else. I think something else special is going to happen. Now, when you see the logo and you see it moving, and it's like, I don't know, something out of space, where something hits a meteor, and then you get this sort of movement at the back, or like a comet, more like a comet in space, and you've got all that little bit of crap ice or whatever coming off it. That's what it kind of reminds me of, or one of those sand dials, where you turn it and the sand counts down. So maybe something, well, obviously Apple are not going to bring out a timer, but some sort of AI, I reckon it's going to be something to do with AI, maybe a cheaper version of the Apple headset, or maybe it's going to be something to do with your iPhone, the camera itself. Periscope is a major must that Apple needs to bring into the next iPhone or the iPhone after that, because it really does work well with a lot of other companies that have used it. And I'm surprised Apple have taken this long to bring Periscope technology to their iPhones. Now, for me, it would be great, but it's not, a decision maker, because I'm going to step down a little bit with my iPhone Pro Maxes. I would go for a cheaper model. They're increasing the prices maybe by about $100, which they'd still work out as £100, which when you work out the currency rate, that's wrong, as usual, but that's the way the government like to make that a little bit of extra money there. But let's get to the other parts of it. The phone itself, you're going to get now faster charging, so rumour has it it's going to be something around 40 or 50 watt charging speeds, because now you're going to get a cable. They're saying that it's going to be a braided cable and it's going to be colour matched to your device. Now, whether that comes with the phone or is that something that you've actually got to order separately, which I think would be better, because then Apple otherwise are going back on their words. We normally just open up the box and there's pretty much just a phone in there. You don't really want to be having a plug as well. They're trying to be more environmentally friendly, but that certainly wouldn't be the way about it. And I think braided as well, depending what the material is made of. Is it recyclable? Is it already from recyclable materials? No doubt, probably with Apple it is. But again, it's, do we really need that? A lot of people, when obviously the cable eventually wears out or blows, you end up getting another cable of your choice anyway, and not necessarily colour coded, normally white or black or whichever. So great if Apple do have a cable in there that's nice and it matches your phone, great. But if not, it's no biggie. It's not going to make someone's decision on buying an Apple iPhone or an Android. So like I said, the speed's going to change, so I don't know what that means for the Qi charging side of things, whether that's going to also change. Would you be able to do it faster through that as well? Bezel, again, there's this always talk every year of a thinner bezel. Does it really matter? I think the bezel that's on the 13 Pro Max is perfect enough. The notch size, they reckon, is going to be even smaller. Why don't we just get rid of the notch? Notches are not really needed. Now you've got this island, that is pretty amazing. Yeah, pretty good, and more features are going to happen with that, I suppose, more widgets, etc, etc. iOS 17 is really good. I've got the beta version on my phone. It does rinse the battery sometimes, but at the moment it seems to be okay. It's gone back to being pretty good. I am looking to get rid of my iPhone because the battery life on it is getting down to that 80% nearly. And when that happens, the value of your phone drops dramatically from 80% downwards. You know, you're not going to get your money back if at all. So if you get to sort of like 83, 85, then maybe look at selling your phone, because like I say, trust me, you go below 80 and the value just drops. It drops anyway when the new iPhone comes out, so that's why really it's best to sell before the new iPhone is announced. I'm waiting for a package to come in the post so I can actually send my phone off. They've agreed on what they've agreed. They have to give unless they find more faults with the phone. I have a few scratches on the screen, and I've got 1 or 2 tiny little dent marks on the casing, which values it at a certain amount of money. If I wait and then set it up to get them to send me something afterwards, I guarantee you'd lose about £200 in valuation straight away, because the new device has come out. It's the same like cars, the same thing, a new model comes out, your car is less and less. So there's a little tip for you there. AirPod Pros, I don't think they're going to be able to bring out a new version of those. I don't think they're going to bring out any AirPods this time round. iPads, we are due a new iPad mini, so maybe that will come out. Maybe they'll get rid of more touch ID iPads and have more facial recognition iPads, which I think is a must. I think that security side of things is good. Touch ID on an iPhone is apparently the best out there, but we're now moving on, and so unfortunately we're not going to see that much around anymore. I do think that Face ID needs to come into all devices now with Apple, obviously not HomePods, or AirTags you can't, but other stuff like Apple Watches, you know, all the iPads should have that technology now. All the Macs should have that technology now as well. So, you know, it's something that I think is needed and may sway people more as a better security feature to buy an iPhone. It's not like Apple are short of people anyway. They still make, you know, billions and billions of dollars profit, just in America alone, but globally trillions. A car, I still think that's a long way off. A flip phone or slide phone or clamshell phone, I think again is still quite a way off for Apple. But at least we're getting faster charging now, which hopefully doesn't affect the battery. Hopefully new battery technology has been installed into these new phones and iPads as well, because they need to get faster. You know, they are big devices and they take some time to charge. So we need to change or upgrade there. Apple TV, again, do we really need another one? I think sales for Apple TVs have dropped quite dramatically. Certainly now where you can get Apple TV through smart TVs anyway. So I think that probably, I would say probably in the next 10 years that the Apple TV will go, unless Apple actually bring out a television itself with that installed and other smart apps. But again, I think that's just a waste of money that Apple have got. But other than that, guys, I can't really see much else. Yes, an Apple Watch Ultra, maybe an Apple Watch 10 or 9. They might skip the 9 like they did last time with the Apple phones. So I think, yeah, maybe they will do with that. Apple Watch Ultra 2, which will have a faster chip, I'm sure, and options of colour. Just 2, probably the standard colour that I had before, and midnight black, I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. But other than that, not much else to say really. Let's just keep an eye on what's happening. I'll give another video tomorrow or the day after the event has happened. But watch this space, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace. AJ out. Much love.